Hi all, welcome back to the YouTube channel. Let's start rebooting work using UiPath. In today's session, we will discuss about the list of available UiPath templates in the UiPath insights on a detailed note, as well as we're going to discuss about how you're going to modify by adding a new column or changing the color and name representation in the custom dashboard as well as the UiPath templates. So before jumping into that, if you're not sure how to allocate the license and what kind of a role need to be enabled for you to access this UiPath insight dashboards, so kindly check my previous video. So hope it will be helpful for you to understand what are the license need to be allocated as well as what are the roles and permission need to be granted to access this UiPath insights. So without wasting more time, let's quickly jump to the UiPath insight services and have a deep dive discussion over there. So let me go to the UiPath insights. So here I just created two dashboard on our earlier session. So one is process as well as the queue. So let me try to open up this. So currently you can see over here data is getting loaded. To get your data loaded, so you have to run your process. So based upon the process job run, your dashboard will be reflected over here. So now let's try to understand what are the top level elements and what are the main components has been used in this particular dashboard. So let's try to edit this and try to narrow down one by one. So let's just click on edit dashboard. So you can see something called as filters, right? So add, filters, settings, quick layout. So this particular quick layout which helps to change the layout of a dashboard. So here add filter. So when I do this, so it shows the add filter. So if you're going to add that, so what kind of a filter level you're going to add? So inside your jobs. So jobs, all this kind of things on a process application level or a robot log level. So these kinds of filters can be added over here. So which you see currently here, the date, folder. So these are the filters which has been added to this predefined dashboard first of all. So let me try to add one and let me try to delete one more thing. So let me try to delete this. So you can just click delete. So remember that. So once you have clicked on edit dashboard, then only you can make any changes which can be saved. So I just deleted this process type. So currently what I just gonna do, I just gonna delete this process name as well, and then I just gonna add this up now. So click on filter, add filter. So if you want to filter this particular entire dashboard on a process name level, so then you're gonna add process name. So job process name. And then so we have a couple of options over here. It should be a drop down, or it should be how it should be a list of things. So how you want to precisely make those things an option, you have that feasibility over here. So let's click over here. If you want to make this a checkbox, you can do that, or else if you want something as a radio button, or if you want to make this as a toggle, so or else if you want as a drop down. So I guess drop down would be look fine, right? So because you can able to pick anyone which you needed, so it not be very clumsy as well. So let's take this up, let's click on add. So as soon as I do that, so my process name has been added, right? So and here you can see the list of process which is available in this particular tenant. So and then the date. So this is also the same thing, they have added the filter by default. Let me show you that as well. So here when I'm going to type something called as date, so you have multiple things, right? Operation date and then end date, start date. So always you have to live with the end date. So this particular end date will give a clear time, so in which particular time the process has been ended. Okay, so this is a key date which you have to use in your throughout dashboard stuffs. So if you want to understand the creation time, then you're gonna use it up, but I would say on most priority you will be using the end dates. So if you want to newly add some widget, so how you see over here, right? Job info. These are some widgets. So if you want to add similar to this, then you can click add, so that it can add your respective visualization. Okay. So if I do this, then the particular board will be appeared. So here you have to select. So whether you're gonna live between the jobs, the tenant itself, or you're gonna pick the data from org level. So based upon that, you have to pick it, and then you have to customize your visualization. So like if you want to select the jobs, okay, so you'll be having a list of options under the jobs. Okay, so like successful jobs, faltered jobs, so you have plenty of things. If you want to just create a simple artboard, okay, in the success rate, what I'll do, I'll just click on success rate, and then I'll just make this single value, and then I'll just click on run. So what actually basically it will do, it will just take the success rate person as a single cardboard and help to represent me. Okay, so we just click on save. What actually it will be done, so it will be add a new cardboard. So since I just marked the name, it was showing untitled. So let me try to make a name over here as a success rate. Okay, looks good, right? So similar way, so this particular add button which help us to add your visualization, if you want to add some text to represent what actually it has been used, what is the purpose of that, if you want to add some buttons. So all these things, this particular add button will play a key role to customize your dashboard. Okay, so we can just discuss more deeper when you're going to discuss on the custom dashboard. Okay, so in our upcoming session. So let's stick with now with the filters, settings, all the stuffs. So filters, I hope you are clear now. So it's basically adding the filters which help us to restrict the data or using this filter methodology. Okay, so let's try to close this and let's try to delete this as well. And then, so what kind of an even more customization can be done in the predefined UiPath templates? Okay, so here you have something called a job info, right? So as a client, I just want to understand the process run and the success run and faulted run, success rate and fail rate. I don't want to see something called a suspended, average time and longest run. Okay, I don't see some certain fields, only those need to be populated. Okay, also I just want to understand the color palettes. So here success is represented yellow and then the stop days is represented as green. So by default, since it's a by default settings, it is giving the color in a random way. Okay, so if you want to customize and you want to standardize that, so success should be a green and then the filter should be red and then the stop should be an amber. Okay, if you want to represent in this way, you have to modify the color patterns as well. So those all things which you want to discuss now. So let's take first this custom dashboard of fields. Okay, so to do that, so just remember you have to make your edit dashboard initial step and then you're gonna click here, edit. So here all this data got loaded. So this multiple value. So they have used this particular cardboard is named as multiple values. So here, so we have something called as filter visualization data. So here filter is nothing but to filter out the particular folder. So let's assume I have around this many folders. Okay, so I want to get the job information of a UiPath inside folder itself. So how can I restrict that? So I can just use this filter option, just click on filter and then the folder, you can make it over there and then the list of folders will be populated over here. So I have all the folders, right? So default, JVignesh, UiPath Insights, this thing, right? If I want to restrict with the UiPath Insights, so what I'll do, I'll just click on UiPath Insight. So that only the jobs which runs inside this particular folder will be popped up as a data. Okay. So in this way also you can restrict while you're creating the cardboard level itself. So what actually we have discussed earlier is an entire dashboard level filter which you're going to adding, but this is the one which you're going to add the filter in a cardboard level. Okay. So if you're going to just remove this and then so these are about filters, so we can add all these things, series of options over here to explore more jobs and the applications, process application, robot logs as we discussed on the top level dashboard filters. Okay, so restricting myself, so let me go to the next option, the visualization. So this is all about how you're going to represent the data. So it may be a cluster bar or a scattered bar chat or a single value bar. So how going to represent all this? So this is comes under your representation skills. Okay. So based upon the data set, the value which you have, you're going to represent it. Since we have the multiple values to showcase, that's why we have selected here as the multiple value cardboard. Okay. So this particular multiple value cardboard has been used over here. So let's assume if you want to display only single value in your dashboard. Okay. So in those scenarios, you're going to use single value cardboard. You're going to present multiple values. You're going to use the multiple value cardboard. Okay. So similar to that, you're going to restrict your visualization based upon your data set which you have. So here we have more option to explore actually. Okay. So here you can see something called as hide and then unhide. So all these things, let me discuss. So let me just click on the settings icon. So as soon as I do that, so I can able to remove this particular column or I can able to apply filter as well. So edit this particular condition, duplicate this one, delete, or make some calculation. So here calculation nothing but the percentage of column. So how you're gonna the change of the particular previous row and the rank of the row. So all this kind of predefined operations, which is nothing but the calculation, can be performed against this particular column. Okay, and you can restrict yourself if you want to show this particular column or not. So on a visualization level, so here you can see something, this particular I symbol, right? It got crossed. What actually it indicates, this particular column will not be showcased in the visualization level. So here the particular process run, right, it's not hidden. Okay, so you are able to see here in the visualization tab. Similar way, you can propagate what actually things need to be showcased on the visualization dashboard and what are the things which not to be showcased. So you can restrict that using these particular options. So let's try to jump even deeper now. So let's try to add few more columns now, and then let's try to modify this particular dashboard. Okay, so let me try to open this visualization. Let's try to remove this total suspended time. Okay, so let's try to remove, or you can hide also. Okay, so let me try to hide, and then this average time, this is also I don't want to showcase actually. So let me try to hide this, and then the long run, so I don't want this as well. So let me try to hide. So currently we have only two things. So what actually we're going to add? So we're going to add the success job, faulted job, success rate, and then faulted rate. Okay, currently we have in place is the process ran and the success rate. We're going to add the few more columns now, and we're going to represent those things on a visualization level. Okay, so here with the help of this particular window, the ribbon which you see over here, it basically helps us to add the columns now. Okay, so here you're going to search for jobs. Okay, so as soon as I do that, so all kind of an operation you can see over here. So job successful, job faltered, all kind of options, job types, process names, so which run behind this particular job. So all the options will be populated over here. Okay, so what actually you needed currently, the particular job success, right? So what actually you can make job success. So here you can see something called as successful jobs, right? So let me try to click this. So as soon as I do that, so you can see one more column has been added over here, right? So which is job successful job. So here this particular job is just a prefix of this particular area. We're going to pick the fields and going to add in the dashboard. So this will be a prefix, okay, jobs. So if you're going to run this, I can able to see my successful count now. So which is 63, right? So I want to make in a different structured way. Okay, so let me try to structure once we added all the fields. Okay, so currently we have added the successful one. So we also needed the faulted one also, right? So what I will do here, I'll just make faulted. Perfect. Let me click over here. So as soon as I just make a single click, this particular field will be get added over here. Let me click on run now. So after that, what are the next field which you're going to add? So we're going to add the failure rate, right? So currently we have the success rate, we need to add the failure rate. So here you can see something called as faulted rate, right? So once you entered the job FA, I can see all the suggestions. So here you can see something called as faulted rate as well. Okay, so let me try to click this and then click on run. So currently for demo purpose, I was just selecting one by one and I was making run. If you are sure about how these things basically work, you can fields and then you can make a single run so that everything will be get loaded over in your screen. Okay, so here I have something what I need, which is process run, and then the successful job, faulted job, and then the success rate, and then the faulted rate. So in this way I can complete the entire thing what actually I wanted, right? So what actually the next step I'm going to do here, I'm going to structureize this thing. So I just want a process run success and successful jobs, faulted jobs in this particular order. Okay, so how to do that? So it's very as simple as that. So you just have to drag and then drop on the respective area. So here I was showing my process run, right? So I just have to showcase my successful jobs after this particular process run, right? So just drag and then reorder this, as simple as that. Okay, and then the faulted, right? So here faulted jobs, just drag and drop here. It's very simple. and then you can just drag and drop your faulted one. That's it. So once I click on run, so I can see my order has been changed. So let me just try to do that. Perfect, right? So here I can see something called as process run, successful, faulted, success rate, and faulted rate. It's very cool, right? So you may be seeing the count 63, 13, it's not up to the mark of 120. So what actually it means, some jobs are stopped. So that's why your count is not up to 120. So once you are done with the all setting, just click on save. So as soon as you do that, so everything got refreshed over here. So you can see everything has been changed. To apply these particular changes, what actually you have to do, just click on this particular save so that this particular UI will be stored. Just click on save. So this is the very key steps which you have to save, otherwise your entire work will be ruined. Okay. Yeah, perfect. So now what actually we're gonna do next? So we're gonna change the color patterns. Also, we're gonna change the name of the particular process. So all the things this can be possible in your UiPath template dashboards. Okay. So you can modify anything. So what I'll just to do here, so as a very first step, just click on the three dots, edit dashboard, which help you to apply the changes. Okay, and then which particular customization UI you're gonna work on. So this particular visualization I just gonna work on. So I just click on edit. So as soon as I do that, so everything getting loaded for me. So currently I'm not gonna work particular data column. Okay, I'm gonna work on the visualization tab now. So what actually the changes which I'm gonna do here? So I just gonna change the color patterns. Okay, so let's just click on edit. So as soon as I do that, so we have a plenty of option over here. So whether you have to make this particular things as a group or else stacked. So how are you gonna represent it all the things? Okay, it up to us. So how are we gonna visualize those things? Okay, and then next thing. So here you have something called as customization. So here you can change the color patterns. So for faulted, I would go with the always red color. Okay, and then the successful one, sorry, stopped one, I'll just go with the amber, and then the successful one, I'll just go with the green. Okay, so this is standard color patterns which help you to understand the dashboard things. Okay, so it's a best practice, we can follow that. So also when you go here, the values, so how you going to represent your X and Y labels. Okay, so all these things will be populated over here. If you want to show your this value label, so you can just remove that, or you can make enable that using this toggle button. Okay, so and then so you can able to remove your access name as well, and then if you can want, you can add as well. So kind of this kind of a settings can be tweaked around is the dashboard level. Okay, so maybe inside the visualization as well as inside the data level as well. So in this way you can make the modifications and the particular data tab as well as visualization tab as well as in the filter tabs. So basically as a thumb rule, we have to understand how you are going to use your customization effectively by utilizing all these three tabs. Okay, so by if you want to filter something on a restricted filter, you have to use the filter option. If you want to make your data as a visualization better way, you're going to use the visualization the according way. You're going to use a stack graph or a bar graph, anything up to you, you're going to pick that up. So, and then you're going to make your customization. If you're going to add some new columns or you're going to add some calculation over there, so all these things can be done in the data tab. So kind of all these three tabs will play a key role in you making your customization UI. Okay, which is nothing but your visualization UI. Okay, so let me just click on save. So as soon as I do that, so the color patterns will be updated over here, and then don't forget to click on save. Perfect, right? You can see something called as top 10 jobs which got faulted, and then the weekly run. Go here in error details, you can see in detail view about the error things. Okay, so in which particular process error has been occurred, on which particular robot it was running, the date as well as the reason of the error, as well as how many time it has been occurred. So this is the key thing. So based upon that, we can understand this particular error is happening how many times. So if it is happening around 10 to 50 times, then it's a high priority error. Okay, we have to take it up very quickly and we have to fix it up. So in this way, it helps to understand so what are the types of errors happening and how many times the same error is getting duplicated. So with the help of these things, you can be able to quickly use a dashboard and you can make all the changes. I hope in this particular video you may be clearly understanding how we can make all the changes in the dashboard level. So also you can able to make this dashboard as an interactive one just by clicking on this element levels. So if I just going to click on this RPA challenge, okay. So this particular dashboard will be customized based upon this particular process. Okay. So how many times this particular process has been run 3 times and all the 3 times it got faulted. So 100% faulted rate. So in this way you can able to understand all these things in a process level as well. It is easy to customize as a dashboard level as well. Okay. So here 6 times it was run, 5 times successful, 1 time it's faulted. So this is a successful rate and this is a faulted rate. Okay. Perfect. I hope this particular session helped you to understand how this basically UiPath template modification can be achieved, how you can modify the templates, what is nothing but filter, what is add, so how you're going to edit the dashboards. These are all the things which you have discussed on this particular video. On our next videos, you're going to create a custom dashboard as well as you're going to deeply discuss about other UiPath templates as well, which is nothing but queues, robot utilization. On top of that, we want to discuss a custom dashboard creation, which help you to understand, build everything from the scratch, and bit be more detailed on the field levels, what are the fields you're going to use, and how it can be utilized in your dashboard level. I hope you like this session. Thanks for watching. Happy learning. Have a good day.